Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome back to our channel once again. And it is my hope and prayer that the video is going to find you guys in good health. Personally, I am fine, as you can see. Kisumu is fantastic, and maybe you could also let me know where you're watching the video from. The county or the country, in case you are out of the republic. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a very big problem in ODM party. And if that problem in ODM party is not resolved now, I can assure you ODM party and Raila Odinga are going to regret, and they are going to start crying in the toilet just a few months from now. ODM party is likely to disintegrate unless Raila Odinga decides and takes drastic measures. Yesterday, I listened to the speeches during the burial of Roslyn Odede in Uyoma. I paid very close attention to the speeches there. But two speeches caught my attention. The speech by Edwin Sifuna and the speech by James Agri Orengo, the Sia governor. Edwin Sifuna is the Secretary General of ODM party. And therefore, whatever he says, and the fact that he said them right in front of Raila Odinga, in my view, is significant. James Orengo is the Sia governor. He's representing Raila Odinga for a long time. James Orengo was or is the lawyer of ODM party. In any almost of agreements Raila Odinga has ever entered, James Orengo has always been the lead lawyer. He's actually the face of reforms. So when James Orengo spoke in the manner he spoke yesterday, I said something is wrong somewhere, and Raila Odinga must, as a matter of fact, go back to the drawing board. In this video, I want us to do a critical analysis about the two speeches. But first of all, I want you guys to listen very keenly to what James Orengo is saying in this particular video.
And I want to plead with their people. Joluo, we have an identity. We have an identity. If you lose that identity for any easy victories, we are going to pay for it in future. Our loss of identity should never arise, and if we make compromises, there must be compromises that are justifiable before God and before justice, considerations of justice. Constitutions are never suspended. The law can never be suspended. You must always live by the dictates of the Constitution. If you suspend them, you may be happy now, but in the future, you regret. When Hitler formed his first government, it was a coalition. And that coalition died. Those parties completely died. So what I pray for is that the party called ODM, you can stand any storm. And even if you make compromises, you must make compromises on matters of principle. Not be part of praise and worship. We must stand firm. We must stand firm. We must stand firm. Even now in my chambers, I don't go to courts anymore. If I can tell you how many people come and say, can you go to court again? My little son, my little daughter was abducted. Kenya is crying. Kenya is crying that we must stop abductions. We must stop extrajudicial killing so that we can build a truly democratic republic. The word republic has a meaning which we can talk about another day. So on my part, I want my conscience to be clear. I want my conscience to be clear that when there were abductions, at least in a public place, I said no to abductions. And I'm saying this because Rosalind, this December, not 3 years ago, not 4 years ago, this December, She was telling the Republic of Kenya, the government Republic of Kenya, stop abductions, stop extrajudicial killing. And when she did that, they took away the money for the commission. Workers could not be paid, they could not carry out their work, and that is very normal in government. When there's too much sycophancy, people lose sight of the fundamentals.
That's James Orengo, and James Orengo is raising some very critical issues which anybody who cares should actually listen to. Now let us listen in to the Secretary General of ODM Party, Edwin Sifuna, because at some point Edwin Sifuna was also very clear that Raila Odinga gave him strict instructions for ODM Party to retain its identity. James Orengo also referred to the identity of ODM as a political party.
Kuna watu wananiambia ati tukiona mtu kama huyu rafiki yangu Kiborek na wenzake wanasimama wanasema 2027 kura ya Ruto isipotosha watajaza. Ati ninyamaze tu nitakuharibia kura ya AU. Wanasema baba, saa hii tukiona unafiki ambao uko kwa serikali, wanasema wachukue hata watoto ya watu wanawashika, hawawaleti kotini, wanapotelea huko, abductions zinazidi, ati SG wako anyamaze kwa sababu nitakuharibia kura ya AU. Baba, watoto wamefungua shule saini wiki mbili, serikali kuu haijatuma pesa ya capitation, wananiambia Sifuna nyamaza, unaharibia baba kura ya AU. Bishop, wacha kama Mungu atanipiga radi nikufe, anipige tu, lakini vile umeniambia leo nitasimama kwa ukweli. Kama mambo ni mbaya katika taifa letu, lazima tutasema mambo ni mabaya. Baba, mambo hayako mazuri hapa Kenya na lazima tutaendelea kuzungumza. Ndugu yangu Kiborek, wewe unasema tupe William Ruto nafasi afanye kazi yake. Akikampeni yeye mwenyewe ndiye alituambia akiweka Biblia chini. Akiweka Biblia chini inamaanisha nini? Kwani unachukua miaka 10 kuweka Biblia chini? Sio sisi tulisema, ni yeye mwenyewe alisema ako na mpango, anajua kazi, akiweka Biblia chini atatatua hii maneno. Kwa hivyo tukimkosoa tunamkosoa kwa maneno yake mwenyewe. Kwa hayo mengi mimi naomba huyu Roslyn, I pray that Roslyn will continue to be proud of the people she has left behind, including members of my party ODM. Vile Bishop umesema, sisi we must stop being psychophants. We must stop being psychophants. If something is wrong, it is wrong. Na mimi sitajiunga na hawa ndugu zetu wengine wa ODM, wameingiza mrija ndani ya serikali ya Ruto, wanavuta maziwa peke yao, alafu wanasema katibu mkuu anyamaze. Nazungumza kwa niaba ya hawa ambao maziwa haikuji kwa hiyo mrija. Asante sana, Mungu awabariki.
So in this video, I want us to try and understand where the problem in ODM is. But before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. And I want to go straight to the points. What is the main problem in ODM party as we speak? Because it is now clear that ODM party has two camps. There is one camp which has now turned into the praise and worship choir, which James Orengo and Edwin Sifuna are referring to. And then there is another camp which is trying to appear to be reform-oriented. Let me put it this way. Two camps have emerged in ODM party. There's a camp that is supporting William Ruto, and they believe that the broad-based government is theirs, and therefore they should defend that government more than any other person. And then on the other side, there are those in ODM party who are saying, please, even as much as we are supporting this government, let us not lose focus. There's a reason why ODM as a political party was formed. So there's two camps. So the main problem in ODM party, in my view, and why James Orengo and Sifuna are on one side, let me put the other side. There is people like Opio and I. There's people like like the Suna East Member of Parliament, Junet Mohammed, people like Sam Atandi, who are saying for them, they're now fully in government. So the statement by Edwin Sifuna and James Orengo, in my view, I can say it's as a result of the following. Number one, there is the need for ODM party to retain their identity. Because let's face it, what would be the fate of ODM party post 2027? Let's say ODM agrees that, okay, we are supporting William Ruto. They support William Ruto. William Ruto goes into the election. William Ruto wins the re-election. Let's assume so. William Ruto will not be seeking another re-election again. Then what next for ODM as a political party post William Ruto? So there is that need for ODM party to retain its identity as ODM party. And ODM identity is very clear. Reforms. One of the biggest issues which has always affected Raila Odinga, in fact, in 2022, it affected him in 2017, is because there are people who believe that Raila Odinga is saying to be a reformist, but when given opportunity, he also proves otherwise. So Raila Odinga's reform credentials, currently as we speak, is eroded. And that is what Orengo and Sifuna are telling their supporters, that as a party, we need to retain that our identity, the reform credentials that we've always talked about. Because remember, ODM party minus that identity, in my view, is zero. Number two, it is also very clear that camps have emerged in ODM party. And these camps are all powerful. The camp which is supporting William Ruto is very powerful around Raila Odinga. And because William Ruto is in the power, they also feel they have that power. But again, there's this other side, which is saying, okay, let us listen. That camp is banking on the support of the people, of the supporters of ODM party. Which means, like when Edwin Sifuna was speaking, you could hear how people were excited. When Orengo was talking the way he was talking, you could hear the cheers from the crowd. Which means for them, they are trying to be associated with the people. This other side wants to be on the other side. So which means for Raila Odinga to succeed, he must bring these camps together. If not together, they must agree on how they're working with this government. Number three, I'm also looking at possibility of Raila Odinga strategy to multi-bet. The other day I was explaining to you guys the idea behind multi-betting. You want to run, you're not sure. You don't want to run, you're not sure. You want to support the government, you're not sure. You want to still oppose the government, you are not sure. So that when the time will come, he can easily choose a camp that, you know, we had Sifuna and the rest. This other side, we had also these guys. So if things will not work that side, then he can easily cross over and start joining Edwin Sifuna and James Orengo camp, who were opposing that particular government, so that Kenyans can see that, okay, this guy has actually listened to the reasonable voices on his side. And lastly, I think it could also be the broad-based government, the politics around it. You know, politics is always about interest. I can tell you, maybe Edwin Sifuna is making noise, maybe Orengo is making noise, because there's a feeling that some people are enjoying this more than the rest.
Na mimi sitajiunga na hawa ndugu zetu wengine wa ODM wameingiza mrija ndani ya serikali ya Ruto, wanavuta maziwa peke yao, alafu wanasema katibu mkuu anyamaze. Nazungumza kwa niaba ya hawa ambao maziwa haikuji kwa hiyo mrija. Asante sana, Mungu awabariki.
It's about bread, makate. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, this is Makwiny. But for Raila Odinga, I want to offer my unsolicited advice. If you want ODM party to live beyond 2027, there are certain things you cannot allow to happen. ODM should never lose its identity. In fact, when Raila Odinga joined the government and he was like, these were experts, I thought that was the trajectory they were going to take. Until next time, this is Makwiny. Bye-bye.